Welcome to this online training by HAG Ltd, the door specialists, as an approved REBA continuing professional development training provider and part of their providers network. The purpose of this video is to introduce a complete guide to steel doors and door sets, with an aim to educate you further and provide up-to-date information around legislation and regulations, to assist you in specifying these products in the correct way to meet your needs and legal requirements. We will discuss what steel doors can be used for and how they can help you in planning a new build or a new installation, whether it be to fulfill your needs for security, fire protection, acoustics, blast resistance, energy efficiency through thermal infills, or to fulfill a combination of requirements. We will discuss statutory and regulatory compliance and how the use of these products can help meet the requirements of Building Regulations 2010 British standards, discuss fire protection in conjunction with approved document Part B, UKCA, EU standards where necessary, past guidance, the Building Safety Act and the Fire Safety Order that came into force in January 2023. We shall consider key legislation that falls under inclusive environments, such as approved documents M and K, and how you should factor this into your specifications. We will discuss how Health and Safety Executive's Construction Design and Management Regulations, introduced in 2015, have an impact on these products and give you all the information necessary to allow you to identify risks and hazards that may be associated with them and to assess and consider the safety of design and manufacture. We will cover the important topic of sustainable architecture and construction in our modern world and give the relevant information for you to assess your choices accordingly. We will detail the technical differences between various products, as well as bespoke specifications, aesthetics and accessibility, as instructed by the Equality Act 2010 and in conjunction with approved Document M guidance, along with energy performance. We shall talk further around the crucial and ever-focal area of fire safety by providing clear and concise technical information about the products, the materials used, fire and smoke testing, appropriateness for purpose, and how this accurate and robust information can help you in your wider design perspective, but also meeting the practical needs of the fire strategy plan. This will be in conjunction with the recommendations and guidelines as laid out in British Standards BS 9999 for commercial premises and BS 9991 for residential dwellings. Finally, we shall discuss inappropriate applications, examples of how inaccurate technical information might lead to an unsafe or unwise specification and how this can be adjusted to an appropriate application, and long-term maintenance, what and how you might need to consider and factor this into your design and specifications, before concluding the training video and moving on to the assessment questions to check your understanding of what we have covered. As a second-generation family business, HAG continues to value the foundations that were originally laid down in 1983. Our committed team work together to provide high quality of workmanship, reliability and integrity. We specialise in a wide variety of door solutions in the following areas: security, fire, automatic and environmental doors. As a respected manufacturer and installer, we take pride in all the stages of our work, from the design of a door system, manufacturing, through to the installation and commissioning, ensuring that the same high standards are consistent throughout the process. HAG are the preferred supplier for many of the UK's emergency services, including the Fire and Rescue Services, NHS, Police and the Coast Guard. We cover the entire UK, and we are also an international supplier, having shipped products to St Helena, the most remote island in the world, Nigeria, St Lucia and Bahrain, amongst many others. As members of the Door and Hardware Federation, Automatic Door Suppliers Association, Safe Contractor and Construction Line, HAG is committed to providing a superior level of service and adhering to all associations' codes of conduct. Our products are mainly constructed using British sourced materials where possible, and our fire protection products are independently tested by a third party, Warrington Fire. We are one of a very limited number of specialist installers in the UK to hold Warrington Fire's highly sought after FIRES certification for fire roller shutters and installation of fire protection products. HAG can provide full technical specifications to help you select the right products for you, and we can be found on REBA Product Selector, the NBS and the National BIM Library. HAG operate 24/7, 365 days a year across England, Wales and Scotland. We provide a skilled service and repair engineers who are qualified to NVQ Level 2 to provide responsive and effective solutions. HAG are proud to have been part of a wide variety of projects around the world and working as a trusted partner with leading construction companies. We have many case studies documenting the projects that we have been involved in and examples of our work. We would be happy to provide these to you. Please contact us after this training video. Let's start by introducing steel doors and discussing key statutory and regulatory compliance considerations, sustainability as part of the circular economy, and fire safety. Steel doors and door sets are versatile, being suitable for industrial, commercial, and the public sector. They offer a high level of security, can be used in areas of high footfall, are robust and, subject to a regular programme of testing, repair and maintenance, can offer longevity and a cost-effective solution in a multitude of environments. Ranges of steel doors include personnel doors, fire and emergency exit doors, communal entrance doors, fire-rated steel door sets that can prevent the spread of fire and smoke whilst also not compromising on a high level of security and act as a deterrent to theft and vandalism. Insurance certified steel doors, for where you may need to meet superior security needs. These doors conform to LPS 1175, the Loss Prevention Certification Board's force test standard, and are manufactured by specification to meet security and insurance levels SR2 through to SR5. Specialist products might include louvered, acoustic soundproofing, or blast-resistant steel doors. There are various classifications and grades of steel, but for the purposes of this training video, we shall discuss galvanised steel and Magnellus steel. Galvanised steel is steel that has been hot dipped in a zinc coating. This protects the metal from the effects of rust. The hot dip process is unique, producing a coating which is bonded metallurgically to the steel. The benefits of galvanised steel have always been recognised as good value for money, long-lasting, reliable, easy to maintain and provides instant protection. Magnellus steel is an alloy composed of zinc, aluminium and magnesium. It offers a similar aesthetic to galvanised steel but has many different benefits. As a steel-coated product, Magnellus offers a high corrosive resistance that can be up to 3 times better than that of galvanised steel. It is therefore also able to withstand some of the harshest environments in the world, particularly where there is exposure to ammonia or chloride. Magnellus steel can be bent, folded and formed to provide a consistent, reliable finish. As the steel is already coated, the manufacturing time is significantly quicker. Steel is not only 100% recyclable, it is also currently the most recycled material in the world. Just as designers and architects engage in schemes such as BREEAM, it is as important that manufacturers should recognise the benefits of sustainable materials and their impact in environmental performance. British Steel has prioritised the use of external recycled content in recent years, and they are certified as good in relation to the standard as shown here. UK importers of steel and manufacturers have a responsibility towards sustainability and recycling too. Therefore, when specifying these products, you can do so in the knowledge that you can secure additional credits under the various sustainability schemes as shown here. It is imperative that your steel doors are regularly serviced, whether mechanical or manual. Full details of servicing obligations can be found in Regulation 5 of the Workplace Health, Safety and Welfare Regulations 1992. This should also be assessed in conjunction with the Fire Safety Order 2005, where it states that all emergency doors must be regularly serviced. According to the local government association, failure to provide adequate fire safety measures can be punished by a fine, which is currently of up to £5,000 in the Magistrates' Court, or by an unlimited fine and/or 2 years imprisonment in the Crown Court. Fire alarm testing by the building management's team should be carried out on a regular basis. Testing that the steel door sets are in full working order and close when they receive the signal from the fire alarm, if they are mechanical, should also be incorporated into these routine fire checks. Following the Grenfell tragedy in 2017, a review was conducted of the existing fire safety and building regulations. This led to the establishment of the new Building Safety Act 2022, which is now in force. This key piece of legislation has been implemented to enhance building safety and change the way in which buildings are designed and constructed. Alongside this, the Fire Safety Act 2021 was also introduced. This Act provides further clarity around where the responsibility lies for managing and reducing the risk of fire posed by the building's structure, most notably in relation to external wall systems, such as windows, balconies and entrance doors. For a full summary of the Act and to understand how this new legislation relates to steel door specification, please visit www.gov.uk. A further amendment to government legislation as a result of the Grenfell inquiry is the introduction of Regulation 7 within the approved documents Part B. Part B contains guidance on fire safety, including means of escape, fire spread, structural fire protection and fire service access, and bans the use of combustible materials in external walls. Once again, please refer to www.gov.uk to read more about the key changes to this specific legislation and how it affects you. In November 2019, new government legislation was brought into effect. All new fire products must be fire tested to the 2014 standard BSEN 16034, CE marked to BSEN 13421. Products tested to the 2008 standard are prohibited by law. It is essential that you check this before specifying a fire protection product, as products tested to the 2008 standard are still being marketed in the UK. This applies to both powered and manual fire and smoke resisting doors, covered by the documentation shown on screen. It is also important that you check that the manufacturer and the installer hold enhanced certification, such as Certifier and FireAS. Certifier is an independent third-party passive fire production certification scheme that assures performance, quality, reliability and traceability of products and systems. The Certifier brand is recognised by regulatory authorities worldwide as an international mark of fire safety across a diverse range of passive fire products. FireAS is a third-party certification scheme for installation contractors of both passive and active fire protection systems. Operated by Warrington Fire and accredited by UCAS, as shown on screen, the FireAS scheme was established in 1994 and continues to date to be the leading certification body for companies installing passive and active fire protection systems. The FireAS rules and regulations are now in their 18th edition and are continuously improved, made more robust and adaptable to industry and regulatory changes over time. With regular maintenance and testing of steel doors, your premises will be compliant to the current Health and Safety Act 1974, which stipulates that all equipment should be suitable for its intended use, safe to use, in good repair and subject to a programme of maintenance. All steel doors must comply with the new British standards and certified to UK CA and CE standards in Northern Ireland. Failure to do so can result in prosecution or can invalidate your insurance. The deadline for when businesses need to use the UK CA mark has been extended to the 31st of December 2024. The current CE marking and reversed epsilon marking can continue to be used in Great Britain until this point. PAS 24 is a standard of testing to measure the security performance of windows and door sets to ensure they can resist a level of attack from an opportunist burglar. PAS 24 2022 came into effect on the 20th of September 2022 and supersedes the previous PAS 24 2016, which is now withdrawn. The next level of certification is relevant only to high-risk buildings and is run by the Loss Prevention Certification Board. Their loss prevention standards are widely recognised in the security and fire sectors and are used to test and certify the performance of a wide range of products and services. LPS 1175 is LPCB certification used to test the resistance to unauthorized access offered by physical security products. LPS 1175 considers the resistance of security equipment to forced entry based on the size and type of tools used, and the time that assailants will risk spending on attempting to gain entry. LPS 1175 as a standard considers the entrepreneurial tendencies of criminals and terrorists, what investment they are willing to make, and what risks they will take. The delay provided by physical security measures must at least match the time required to detect the attempted intrusion and respond to that detection in order to detain the intruder. Unlike LPS 1175, PAS-24 is only aimed at covering products that are designed to protect against stealth-based forced entry attacks, such as those used by opportunistic burglars or other intruders who do not wish to generate sustained levels of noise. When comparing the two, LPS 1175 covers a far larger range of products. PAS-24 is limited in that it only covers door sets and windows intended for dwellings and other buildings exposed to comparable risk. Other key legislation to consider falls under inclusive environments. An inclusive environment recognises and accommodates differences in the way people use the built and natural environment. It facilitates dignified, equal, and intuitive use by everyone. It does not physically or socially separate, discriminate, or isolate. It readily accommodates and welcomes diverse user needs. Approved Document M is guidance for compliance with building regulations. This discusses ease of access to and use of buildings, including facilities for disabled people and the ability to move through a building easily. Approved Document K covers protection from falling, collision and impact, including stairways, ladders, ramps, guarding and vehicle barriers in and around all types of buildings. All of these items should be considered in relation to the Equality Act 2010. The Health and Safety Executive's Construction, Design and Management Regulations 2015 covers the management of health, safety and welfare when undertaking construction projects. Whatever your role in construction, CDM 2015 aims to improve health and safety in the industry. Virtually everyone involved in a construction project has legal duties under CDM 2015. These duty holders are defined in full on their website, www.hse.gov.uk. The key considerations to specifying steel door products and the designer's main duties, as just outlined, are to research and select products accordingly that meet the previously described areas that include, but are not limited to, statutory and regulatory compliance, sustainability, inclusive environments. To ensure legal, safe, compliant, fully tested products are specified to avoid any risks arising during the build, the use of the products or the maintenance of the products within the building once works are complete. Now we shall look at ways in which you can meet your specification needs by discussing energy performance, product technical specifications, bespoke specifications, aesthetics, inappropriate applications, and long-term maintenance. We shall start with energy performance. When incorrectly specified, doors can have a devastating effect on a building's insulation system. This is even more pertinent where the goal is performance related to the building certification. It is estimated that the carbon footprint of opening the front door of your home on a cold winter's day is 3 grams CO2e. This rises to a comparatively staggering 83 grams CO2e when big electric doors open into a large stairwell on a cold windy day. In a busy office building, think how many times those doors open each day. Doors will always be needed. However, we can offer some solutions that are a great compromise to enhance energy performance and can seamlessly integrate into your building designs. Here are a few examples of what you can do to address this key issue. Specifying an enhanced thermal performance. Many of the product solutions that we shall discuss offer thermal protection flexibility, and you can specify thicker dimensions of steel and infill options to optimise the thermal U value of the door you are specifying. Enhanced seal specification. Standard seals are offered to provide good value for money. However, if one of your goals is to prioritise energy efficiency, you can select from a bespoke range of seals that enhances the overall seal effect. Selecting manual over electronic operation. Certain steel door solutions are offered in either a manual or electronic operation. In some circumstances, your overall specifying criteria may override your ability to choose. However, where possible, you may wish to opt for manual operation to minimise the energy used to activate the open door. The appropriate use of glazing and louvered panels. There may be times when you are requiring louvered panels to offer ventilation and bidirectional airflow, or glazed vision panels to comply with the Equality Act 2010, or Approved Document Part N. When you do have a need to specify these features, ensure that you are being offered high-quality double glazing to manage your building's energy performance accordingly. Where possible, don't add these features unless a necessity, so you aren't creating extra areas in the door for energy loss. Sizing of the door sets. Whilst large stylish steel doors in a brushed steel finish opening onto an expansive atrium entrance hallway will look impressive, consideration must be given to the size of the opening in order to fully enhance energy performance. It's a basic principle. The larger the opening and size of the door, the more energy from the building will be lost each time the doors open. Scale back large openings with the use of side and over panels, allowing for a smaller door size whilst not compromising on the aesthetics. Now we shall discuss steel door products and their technical differences, bespoke specifications and aesthetics in more detail to show you how you can use them to meet your needs. A general purpose steel door is versatile, offers a medium level of both security protection and thermal insulation, and is suitable for high frequency use. You can specify from manual or electric operation, and they are available in single or double leaf openings to a maximum height of 2,900 mm. Doors are custom manufactured in 10 mm increments, and the standard sizes for single or double openings can be seen on screen now. These doors are manufactured from 1.2 mm Magnellis steel, but you could opt for bespoke thicknesses of 1.5 mm or 2 mm, and are available in a range of finishes from powder coating, wood grain and PVC laminate. Stainless steel door skins are also available, which can be brushed, polished or patterned. The wood grain PVC laminates come in 3 finishes: beech, golden oak or Nordic oak, to suitably complement your aesthetic look. The 2 door blades are lock formed together by bonding skins around a rigid core using no weld construction technique. As standard, the door thickness will be 45 mm and would have a self-supporting resin-impregnated honeycomb core with a thermal U value as shown on screen. The door frame is constructed from folded 1.5 mm Magnellis steel with an upgrade option of 2 mm and are supplied with an adjustable subframe which provides 30 mm tolerance for ease of installation on site. The frame is fitted with 4 dog bolt hinges as standard. There are 4 profile options as shown on screen, with types A and B being available in both inward and outward opening versions. These doors would be supplied with a 15 mm rebated threshold, which is in compliance with the Equality Act 2010. There are 4 further options shown here, including a ramped drivable threshold. There are various options for panel arrangements should you be specifying for a larger area. These doors can be used in the following forms of wall construction. General purpose steel doors offer strength, durability and versatility and are CE marked to the standards as shown on screen. Fire doors are mandatory in all buildings, whether residential, commercial or industrial. They must open in the direction of escape, must be a manual door not sliding or revolving, and must not be locked or fastened in any way that they cannot be easily and immediately opened by any person in an emergency. Steel doors are perfect to meet these needs as they offer a medium to high level of security protection whilst also being suitable for high usage. Ensuring that your fire exit signage is both correct and clearly visible is paramount. The sign should clearly indicate that this is a fire exit door and to keep clear. The keep lock sign must be present where applicable. Specific legislation relating to signage can be found in the Health and Safety, Safety Signs and Signals Regulations 1996. To fully understand your needs for fire exit doors, you should refer to your building's fire strategy report, which will include requirements as stipulated in the Building Regulations and Approved Document B, Volumes 1 and 2. This should also be viewed along with the codes of practice and specifications stated in the standards now shown. The sizing options, finishes, construction and infill options are similar to a general steel door. However, fire exit steel doors are supplied with a single or 2-point panic bar or push pad as standard. To comply with approved document Part M, visibility glazing can be specified. There are minimum zones of visibility as shown on screen to achieve Part M compliance. Fire-resisting steel door sets offer medium to high levels of security, both for use internally and externally, whilst also preventing the spread of fire and smoke. This can help to protect personnel, residents, property, and its contents. They should be compliant to the standards as now shown on screen. Fire-resisting doors will generally be offered in 3 different levels of fire resistance, also known as integrity and specified as an E number. These are 30, 60 or 240 minutes. All fire steel doors are custom made and have the option to be single door latch single swing, single door unlatched single swing, double doors, single swing, latched or unlatched, equal or unequally split. The maximum size will vary depending on the specified fire rating. A standard infill should be self-support resin impregnated honeycomb with an option of mineral wool should you need to improve acoustic performance. The door frame construction will be screw and tab, with 4 adjustable fixing feet per jamb. A variable subframe accommodates site tolerance up to 30 mm, and the frame will be fitted with 3 Class 13 hinges with 2 dog bolts. Similarly to general steel doors and fire exit doors, fire doors can be used in all walls constructed of steel frame masonry, concrete and similarly rated stud wall. It is worth noting that when using timber or steel stud walls, you must ensure that you have adequate evidence that the wall can support a steel fire door under fire conditions. 120 and 240 rated stud wall constructions must have the wall's reveal face protected by a fire-resisting board to protect the wall construction. The addition of visibility glazing allows for Part M of the Building Regulations compliance, which states that doors across routes of access should have vision panels. The vision panels are constructed by welding 1 mm of cold rolled steel, screwed together from one side with laminated glass and intermescent fire-stopping gel as standard. A common option would be a 19 mm double glazed unit. Other custom sizes of glass are available at additional cost. Vision panels can be round, rectangular or square. However, compliance to Part M would only be relevant to the shape and placement of the panels just as shown on screen. Certain sizes of vision panel would exceed the maximum area for a 240-minute fire-rated door, as it would compromise its ability to protect against fire. It is possible to use these products in a larger opening with the use of side and over panel arrangements. These could be solid or glazed, subject to your requirements. Standard sizes are detailed on the screen. Where ventilation is key, you also need the protection of a fire-rated steel door. You can opt for a louvered panel in the form of a high-performance intermescent air transfer grille. Examples of areas where this might apply are a plant room, stores, computer room or manufacturing areas. These louvered grilles have been tested to the standards as shown on screen. They can provide up to 60 minutes of resistance to fire or 120 minutes when used in conjunction with a grille cover. Standard sizes range from width and length of 98 mm, increasing in increments of 25 mm up to a maximum of 598 mm. These are constructed from 40 mm thick intermescent air transfer grille, with 2 5 mm thick steel cover grilles, one on each side, which are face fixed to both sides of the door. The air transfer grille expands under the effects of heat, therefore sealing the unit and preventing flames and smoke from passing through it. The air transfer grilles are manufactured from PVC slats with an intermescent core. Steel cover grilles are manufactured from 20 SWG mild steel with preset angled vanes at a 30-degree downward deflection and 8.5 mm pitch. These vanes allow for bidirectional airflow. The grille is then screwed and bedded in intumescent sealant to guarantee the seal. Other benefits include no moving parts, not prone to clogging, no access panels are required, robust construction, no maintenance. They provide excellent airflow characteristics, which results in low sound power level, efficient operation, as well as still giving you the excellent fire integrity performance that you require in such settings. Ideally, they should hold the certifier accreditation. Louvered steel doors are to be specified for locations where you require continuous airflow, such as a plant, boiler rooms, or refuse rooms. They offer a medium level of security but no thermal protection, are manually operated, and can be manufactured in both single and double openings, with a maximum recommended height of 2,900 mm. Optional side and over panels can then be added to suit larger dimensions. Louvered steel doors are made to order and can be offered either fully louvered or as a steel door with louvered panel inserts, offering various levels of ventilation. All louvers are available in steel or aluminium. Steel is more robust, therefore providing you with a product meeting a higher level of security versus the more traditionally lightweight aluminium option. The louvered door has a leaf thickness of 45 mm, and the steel door blades are made from 2 mm corrosion-resistant magnetite steel as standard. The blades are set at 45 degrees and mounted in a 50 by 50 mm angle frame, which is supported by a box section subframe. A galvanised bird and vermin mesh can be supplied. The louvered steel door is supplied with a variable subframe to allow up to 30 mm tolerance for site installations, and the frame is fitted with 3 stainless steel hinges and 2 dog bolt per hinge as standard. The door is supplied with a standard 15 mm rebated threshold. Drivable thresholds are also available on request. If your specification requires a higher level of strength and security, you can select a 2 mm galvanised steel louvered vane that is welded at every junction for added strength. These louvers are certified to Pass 24 and are approved by Secured by Design. There are various bespoke hardware options that will include mortise lock and latch options, as well as mortise multi-point locking options. Additional locks can be fitted with panic bolts and latches to provide nighttime security. Locking and access control options might include mechanical keypad, electric strike, electromagnet lock, either surface mounted or with a concealed mounting. It is possible to specify steel doors with insurance approval for use in areas of high risk. This is called LPS 1175 and is run by the Loss Prevention Certification Board. These door sets are designed to offer an enhanced level of security for a wide range of premises, from domestic all the way through to premises that might be at high risk of attack by experienced intruders. They are manufactured by specification to meet security rating and insurance levels of Security Rating 2, SR2 through to SR5. These steel doors can be used in areas of high usage and generally offer a medium level of thermal insulation. Each door has internal reinforcement and specialised construction designed to resist sustained attacks using an extensive range of tools. The tests on the SR Security steel doors are carried out under laboratory conditions using attack times and tools defined by the security rating that the product is suitable for. The SR2 provides up to 3 minutes of resistance to opportunist attempts at forced entry using a range of mechanical tools. The SR3 provides up to 5 minutes of resistance to determined attempts at forced entry using a range of tools. The SR4 provides up to 10 minutes of resistance to experienced attempts at forced entry using a wide range of tools. The SR5 provides up to 10 minutes of resistance to experienced attempts at forced entry using an upgraded list of tools. These doors are the preferred police specification and are approved for UK government use. Applications of the SR range might include MOD, high-value retail units, banks, utility buildings, police stations, factories and warehouses, high-risk communal buildings. Single and double leaf options are available, and the door leaf construction will depend on which security rating is required. In all cases, magnellus or electrozinc coated steel will be the case material, both of which provide excellent levels of corrosion resistance. Infill options will range from honeycomb, mineral wool or solid timber, dependent on your security needs. Most SR doors will be welded in construction, although it is not uncommon for the SR2 to be mechanically fixed. The door frame construction will follow similarly with the type of steel used, with most being welded and reinforced in key areas. The profiles of SR2, 3 and 4 can be seen on screen now. The wall construction opening must be fully formed from a material with sufficient composition strength to withstand a minimum load or fixing as detailed here, such as concrete, brick or steel frame. Aggregated concrete is not recommended, and hollow brick or blocks should only be considered if suitably backfilled with materials that will provide adequate strength to take the frame fixings. Most SR doors can be fitted with a selection of vision and louvered panels without compromising the levels of security. Other bespoke specification options might include external lever handles, weather or smoke seal kick and push plates, overhead door closers, heavy-duty door stays, alarm contacts, electronic lock status monitoring system. A wide range of internal and external locking options will be available, complying with the SR certification, including a single-point locking device, emergency escape, key-driven and electronic mechanical access control systems. Fire escapes can be fitted with hardware compliant with BSEN 1125 or BSEN 179. Hinge options will be matched to the SR door you specify. Generally, all SR doors will have a minimum of 3 stainless steel hinges, which have been endurance tested to over 2 million cycles, recessed into the door leaf. Independent steel hooked dog bolts will then be used with a reinforced anti-crush fixing. There are many factors that might affect the thermal performance assessment of these specialist doors. The U value for a standard SR door is calculated to be up to 2.5 watts per meter square Kelvin. When the same door was fitted with a vision panel, the U value can go up to 3.2 watts per meter square Kelvin. Door hardware options will all be high security, single and multi-point locking with a range of emergency exit features. These should be certified according to LPS 1175 and the relevant SR level. Blast-resistant steel doors are specifically designed and tested to the explosive resistance standard. These steel doors are manual operation and come with 3 locking points. High-security patent-protected cylinders, which reduce the risk of key copying, are used for additional security. Powder coating and alternative finishes are available for bespoke specifications. Blast-resistant steel doors would typically have a leaf thickness of 48 mm, with an infill composed of solid timber, with integral steel stiffeners, and the door blades will be fitted with anti-jemmy protection. Door frames will be constructed from folded and welded 1.6 mm Zinc or Alu-Zinc. Blast doors are used in areas where there is a potential risk of intentional or accidental blast attacks. These typically include transport hubs, banks and petrochemical sites, amongst others shown on screen. Communal entrance steel doors are designed for high foot traffic, provide high levels of security and a medium level of thermal insulation. Double glazed units allow for through vision, and locking systems can be adapted to include electronic access control. Finish options should be available in a standard range of powder coat colours, as well as bespoke options of wood grain, PVC laminate and stainless steel. Communal entrance steel doors would typically have a leaf thickness of 48 mm, with infills that vary based on your anti-vandal protection and thermal requirements. These doors can be customised to meet your needs, with a variety of access panels, door controls, concealed maglocks, alternative aperture shapes, and the ability to specify the panel to be solid, glazed or louvered. An acoustic soundproof steel door is designed for high levels of soundproofing, whilst also providing a medium level of security. These manually operated doors can be specified to provide an acoustic reduction of 35 decibels, 45 decibels or 50 decibels. An acoustic door has a leaf thickness of 56 mm, a rock wool infill, and the door frame will be constructed from folded 1.6 mm Magnellus steel. In most professional settings, there will always be a combination of areas that are private and others that are public. For example, a hospital will have an open waiting area for patients and visitors, but at the same time have offices where exams and consultations take place. For a workplace to adapt its space for operational needs, there must be a way to separate the private and public spaces. Acoustic doors are a great solution in situations where a quiet space is needed for working or holding conversations. Benefits of acoustic doors are noise reduction, privacy, variety of applications, different standards of noise reduction, fully customizable. Internal steel doors are ideal for frequent use, offer a medium level of security and thermal protection, and typically have no locks. They can be used in a wide variety of buildings. The standard honeycomb infill can provide a thermal U value as shown on screen, and the doors will be available in either a single or double leaf option. Bespoke vision panels will be double glazed as standard, with different size and shape arrangement options available to suit your specific needs, several of which are compliant with the Equality Act 2010. Standard colour finishes of powder coating will be offered, but optional finishes of PVC laminate, stainless steel in brushed, polished or patterned, and finally wood grain PVC laminates. Other items that can be customised can be seen here. Internal steel doors offer strength and durability, are versatile and are CE marked to the standards stated on screen. Inappropriately specifying the wrong product to meet your needs will ultimately compromise a key feature of your design. While security is extremely important, fire safety and fire protection of a building is the one thing that should take precedence according to the Building Safety Act, the Fire Safety Order 2021, and Fire Safety England Regulations 2022. Therefore, you should always check the technical specifications of fire protection products provided by a manufacturer to ensure that you are specifying the right product to meet the fire safety strategy for the building. An inappropriate application would refer to using a fire-resisting steel door that was only tested to the 2008 fire standard rather than being tested and compliant to the 2014 standard. Another example would be specifying the fire resistance level of E60 when you needed it for 240 minutes, in which case it should have been E240. A final example of an inappropriate application would be using a general purpose steel door to the entrance to a plant room and omitting specifying the addition of a louvered panel. The lack of ventilation could cause machinery within the plant room to overheat and could result in it not working properly, stopping working entirely, or even cause a fire. As per the Workplace Health, Safety and Welfare Regulations 1992, Regulation 5, equipment, devices and systems such as steel doors should be maintained and cleaned as appropriate, be in an efficient state, in efficient working order and in good repair. In order to ensure this, doors should be subject to a suitable system of maintenance, specifically in relation to steel doors. Regular servicing is important not only to ensure that your health and safety records are kept up to date, but also to ensure the product's longevity. By having regular servicing, it allows the opportunity to identify potential issues before they become significant problems. Undertaking this and keeping up-to-date records allows confidence that a safe environment is provided for employees, tenants and other members of the public who may be in the vicinity. Finally, steel doors and door sets should be designed and installed to allow full access to both manual hinges and electronic control panels on a daily basis, for regular checks from the building's maintenance team, as well as easy and quick access for longer-term maintenance. That concludes the main part of this REBA-approved CPD training video. We have covered the following areas as initially set out. Introduced you to steel doors and door sets and their technical specifications. Discussed how different products can be used to fulfill your needs, including bespoke specifications, accessibility, energy performance and long-term maintenance. Discussed statutory and regulatory compliance, including the ever-focal area of fire safety. Considered how products can be specified to meet your inclusive environment needs. Talked about sustainability. Provided examples of inappropriate applications. We hope that you have enjoyed this training from HAG Ltd, the door specialists. Please look out for our next CPD training material, which will include industrial doors and roller shutters. If you have any feedback, please do contact us. For up-to-date industry news and to find out more about us, please follow us on social media, where you'll mainly find us on LinkedIn. You will now move on to the assessment questions to check your understanding of the material covered today.